Hello and welcome to Ginger's Blackjack Basics. Ginger's Blackjack Basics, what we're all about today, guys, is we're about making you comfortable walking into a Las Vegas casino and sitting down at a blackjack table. So some of you may have played before. Maybe you've never played at a casino. So that's what we're going to go over, all those basics. So if you're here for advanced strategies and betting and counting and all of that, you might want to go somewhere else or join our live stream, because we do sometimes touch on those things on our live streams. But today, again, we're just about getting comfortable. So first, let me introduce myself. I am Ginger Vegas. My husband here dealing is Chris Vegas. And Chris, he is primarily a slot player. I love my cards. I've been playing blackjack and poker and pai gow for many years and loving every minute of it. Never been a dealer, but I know the game inside and out, and I've played hundreds and hundreds of hours. So let's just get started. Yes, we are Las Vegas locals, and welcome to our channel. So, getting you comfortable at this blackjack table. Babe, where are we? What casino is this?
This is the Chris and Ginger Vegas Casino. And you can tell by the ever-changing lights on the table. It's very exciting, it's very disco, and here we are. Okay.
Welcome to our home. All right, so first thing I want to go over is when you walk into the casino, it's really exciting. You're going to look at all the tables, and you're going to decide which table am I going to sit down at. Well, they have tables, everything from single deck, double deck, and multi-deck. They have tables that deal face up, and some tables will deal face down. You want to pick a table. I like single decks and double decks. So this table that I've sat down at today is a single deck table. So on this single deck, when I sit down, there's an open seat, you can tell, because there's one seat that doesn't have chips in. All right, so I take this seat. Now I take my money and I take my player's card. So I have a player's card, my MGM card. So I have my player's card and I have my money. And the mistake that so many people make is they say, okay, dealer, here. And they try to hand it to the dealer. They're like, well, here's my stuff. The dealer is not allowed to take it out of your hand directly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my player's card to the dealer. I like to throw it face down so everybody doesn't need to see my name. And then
Ginger Vegas, huh? Okay.
And then I am going to buy in for $600. So I cannot give my money to the dealer. I simply put the money down here. I don't want to put the money right here. The dealer can't reach it. It has to be on that side. So I give the dealer my player's card and I give the dealer my money. Now the dealer will give me chips. Now I let the dealer go in and put the chips out as they want to. And then if I want a different denomination of chips, I'll ask for them then, or you can ask for them later. That's fine as well. The dealer is now giving me $600. Of course, you want to verify that that's the amount you're getting. Now, the one thing that we know is we always have the eye in the sky. The eye in the sky are little cameras. You don't notice them in the casino, but there's hundreds of them all over. Hundreds of them all over the casino. And that is to then they will give you your card back. That is to keep everything, and there's a lot of money going on in that casino. So there is high security that you don't even know is happening. So thank you, dealer. The dealer has given me 4 blacks. Those are $100 chips, 100 in 25s, and 100 in 5s. So that is my $600. So thank you, dealer.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bets, please.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to play 5 hands, and we're going to play them organically because I feel like that's one of the best ways to learn. And if you join our live stream, that's what we do on our live stream. So we're going to, even though every player right now is starting at 600, we are going to start our bets at $25 a bet. Now, you could say I want to use 5 of these because that equals 25, or I could put up a $25 chip. But right now, we're going to kind of do it a couple of different ways. So that we've got a variety going on. And you don't have to. Let's say, okay, again, I want to help you so that you get comfortable playing at the different tables in Vegas. Now, when you sit down, you're playing, they'll have a little table sign there, and it'll say the minimum bet is 10, 15, 25, and the max bet is 1,000 or 1,500 or 2,000, whatever it is, okay? So that applies to you. That means that is the minimum I can bet. I can bet more than that. So I could bet my whole 600 if I wanted to. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But right now I am just we're going to start off having everybody bet 25. But let's just go over some basics before we get started, because a lot of people get really nervous, and it's understandable because you're playing with knowledgeable players, you've got knowledgeable dealer, you've got all this stuff going on, and you feel like you're sitting down, and what if you make a mistake? First of all, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay. If you make a mistake, trust me, if it's a big one, they're going to correct you, and it's okay. This is one of the reasons Chris, my husband, does not like to play table games, is because he gets tired of having them constantly tell him, don't. So if that's you, then go play slots where you can be on your phone the whole time and you can do stuff. No one's going to say anything to you.
Or maybe I could just learn to not make so many mistakes so that they have to keep telling me,
no. Because I think it's really fun playing with your best friends, which my husband is my best friend, or just like the conversation at the tables can be fun. It can be nice. I also really enjoy being the only player at the table. So let's just talk about a couple of things. Okay, first we had the exchanges. All exchanges with the dealer happen to where I put put it on the table and then he picks it up. So, for example, if I know that I'm going to want some single chips because I'm going to be tipping the dealer, that could come later, then instead of saying, can I get some singles, I'm going to put the chips on the table in front of my circle, and I say, change please. And the dealer, when they can get to it, you don't want to do it, of course, in the middle of the hand. You do it before you get started or after the hand, but I ask for change please. Thank you very much. So now I have my money so that I can tip the dealer. And when I do it, I do that there. Or I can also tip the cocktail waitress. You can tip your cocktail waitress because yes, it is true. In Las Vegas, when you're playing, you get free drinks. Okay, we did talk about the eye in the sky. Now they're looking for a few things. They're wanting to make sure that there's no hanky-panky, there's nothing going on with cheating with money and all that. That's why they have a rule of one hand on the table. So I can't have two hands on the table doing stuff. I can have one hand. So one hand on the table, and I am not allowed to have my cell phone with me and hold it, looking at that. He's looking at his cell phone.
So one hand on the table, one hand on the cell phone, right?
No cell phones at the table.
I get corrected.
Right. Man. You have to step away from the table if you want to make a phone call or text or anything. And I deal with that all the time. I'll tell you what it is that I do. I put the phone on my lap and I don't look at it very much. And then I just kind of take a peek down at there from time to time, see if I have any texts or check the time or whatever it is that I want to do. So there are ways of kind of getting away with it. And nobody's going to say anything if they can't see it. We have that, and then we have our hand signals and all of that the camera is watching. But those are the main reasons for that. Let's talk about hand signals, okay? Because while you're playing, yeah, the camera's going to be watching your hand signals. In this game, there are basically two really important ones. The two most important ones are when you have all the cards you don't want anymore, this is stay. This is I don't want any more. Just wave that hand. It can be a little wave, it could be a big wave, but you have to do the hand signal. You can't just say, no, I don't want any more cards. They're gonna say, signal. That's what that means. I prefer not to say anything, just use your hand signals. Then the other one is hit me. That means don't punch me, it means give me another card. So I'll go like this. I can do a little scratch, or I can do a big scratch. So this little motion means give me another card. Some people just like to tap, but they prefer a little scratch. That means hit me, okay? Again, not hit me, but give me a card, okay? Now, if I want to double or split, I have to put the same exact bet out they will know because it's going to be like a 10 or an 11, and they are going to give you a card, and they will normally say one card. You say, yeah. Now, the other one, you take it and it's split. So say I have pocket 8s and I want to split them. Have to do this, and I put it on the ground. So that's my hand signal right here. That's a hand signal. Split. Okay, so it looks like that. You're splitting. Split. Okay, so we have a double and we have a split. All right, so those are hand signals. Okay, what else are we going to go over to make you feel comfortable at the table? Understanding the game. Okay, when you're playing poker, you can say, oh, I really had a feeling this was going to happen, and I was going off of the instinct of all this stuff of reading the person, reading the people that you're playing with. But in blackjack, it doesn't work that way. It's cut and dry. Numbers don't lie. And you are all playing against the house. So remember that. We are all playing against the house. And you don't have to use any gut feelings or anything. It's just numbers. So it's straight up numbers. And there's a great little number card. This is a cheat card. They allow it in the casino. You can pick them up in the little gift stores. You can have it with you. You don't want to take too long to reference it. You want to know, maybe look at it in advance. But if you have to reference it or sit there and ponder it as other people are playing, it is legal. You are allowed to have that. Okay, the other basic things are just understand the game. Okay, it's not that hard. You want to get as close to 21 without going over. You want to not bust, but you want to get as close to 21, and you need to beat the dealer on that. So the good thing is the dealer has to follow the house rules. You do not. You can play any way you want. You can play crazy and stupid, or you can play by the book, which is a more conservative format, which is what I'm going to talk about. It is the way that I play for the most part. And what you have to do is say, there is a deck of cards. The deck of cards has 52 cards, all right? Now, out of those 52 cards, you've got 13 cards of each suit, right? So a total of 52. Now, out of those cards, guess what? There are 5 that are big cards. That's your 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. 5 big ones. And then there are 5 little ones. It is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you've got your 7, 8, 9. Those are your middle of the road cards. All right, so with that in mind, that's not going to change. And you have to beat the dealer. That's the tricky part, beating the dealer. Making the dealer bust. If the dealer busts, we all win. Doesn't matter if you have a 12 or 13, you win. All right, so that's important, understanding the concept of the cards. It's 52 cards.
So when you say 5 cards that are the suited, the heavyweight cards, Jack, Queen, King, Ace, those are 5 cards, but they're in 4 different suits.
Correct.
So that's 20.
Yeah.
All right. So that's why it ends up being such a big chunk of the...
Yeah, plus the 10. I like that Chris called them heavyweight cards. I like that. I think I'm going to use that. So we've got 10, Jack, Queen, King, and the Ace. So those are our heavyweight cards. Sometimes you'll run into a particular casino that says you're only allowed to split your aces once. You can't split them after that. And then some casinos will let you split them. Like, I don't know why, but sometimes you keep getting an ace after an ace. So every once in a while, you'll find a casino, they'll say, oh no, you can't double on that. I'm like, why can't I double on any cards that I want? But that's their own rules. You got to play by the casino rules. And again, card counting isn't illegal, but any casino can ask you to leave at any time. And they can escort you out. And that probably won't happen if you're not playing any big stakes. So I wouldn't worry about that at this point.
That's more of an advantage player?
Yeah, that's when we'll talk about advantage players in a different video, but that is exactly what that is. And advantage players are players that go into the casino and they work professionally to take the casino's monies, and that's what they're looking for. So, and they will, if they can find you and figure out who you are, they will. They don't have to have cause. They can just come over and say, we would like you to leave the casino now. And that's it. End of story. It's their casino.
It's happened to me a lot, really. No, not really. Okay.
Other than that, I would not recommend playing the side bets. I do play side bets sometimes at casinos and at the locals casinos when they're really good odds. but I either go in and decide I'm going to play $1 on the side bet every single hand, or I don't play them at all. And most of the casinos in town, I don't play them at all. So I recommend do not play the side bets. I do recommend to play by the book. Why do we play by the book? We play by the book to reduce our losses. So the book's not going to do any magical thing to make you win every time, but it will definitely work in your favor because it's an odds game at that point.
The book is the card?
The book is this card. This card is based on the concepts of the book. There's an actual little book that tells you when the dealer has this, you have this, this is your actions that you take. But it's all put together in this little card here, and it really works well. All right, so let's get this party started. Let's deal some, shuffle up and deal. All right, babe. So the dealer is dealing face up. All right, the dealer is showing a bust card. A 5 is a bust card. Remember, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bust cards. You're going to play your cards differently with a bust card.
Oh, okay.
And then you check. Well, you don't check it.
You know, my dealer school had us lay them side by side, but if you want to do it this way, that's fine. Okay.
Okay, so we are going to look at this hand. This first hand is a 20, and this 20 is going to stay, because you're going to stay on a 20. You're always playing against the dealer. Dealer has a 5. Now, again, 5 is a bust card. Over here we have a 4 and a 9. That is a 13. And guess what? We're not going to take a card. We're going to stay. Why? Because we want the dealer to bust. We have to assume that the dealer has a 10 always. We always have to assume, because over a third of the cards are 10s, that the next card is going to be a 10. So we are going to, as I said, stay. Over here, one of my faves, one of my favorite things to do, guys, is split and double down. And on this 11, we are going to do a big double down card. And you can ask for it face up, face down. I want it face down. Thank you. Boom. All right, now this is a 7 and an 8. Guys, what does 7 plus 8 equal? Yes, 15 every time. So 15 against a 5 stays. Over here we have a 17. 17 against a 5 also stays. All right, baby, do your magic. What is it? Okay, it's a 10, just like we said it was going to be. Now the next card better be a 10. Oh, this is bad. Okay, he got a 17. So what happens here is dealer has a 17. He starts over here on this one, and he says, 20 beats a 17, she gets paid. He throws out the money and takes the cards. This one, he says, 13, dealer is 17, dealer beats. 13, takes the money. Let's hope this is a 10. Oh my gosh, that's the worst card. It's a deuce. Okay. He's going to take my money and my cards. Over here, 15. 17 beats 15, so we lose that one. And then over here, a 17 versus a 17. Dealer does that. That's a push. Push is a win. Okay, he didn't take my money. There. All right, very good. All right, dealer shows an 8. Really important. Remember, we care about the dealer's card. Dealer's card is what we're looking at. Okay, so again, this is all organic, and we are going to play this out, guys. Okay, this hand over here is a 6 and a deuce. That's 8. 8 has to hit. The hand signal for hit is right here. Give me a card. Okay, now I have 18. I'm going to stay. Wave that for the eye in the sky. Over here we have a pair of 6s. All right, I could split 6s, but guess what? Splitting 6s against an 8 is not a smart odds thing. Therefore, the best thing to do in this scenario is simply to take another card. And now we went from 12 to 13, take another card. 21!
Boom.
Boom, baby, boom. All right, over here we have a 14 against an 8. We have to take another card. Wow, good job. Now we
19.
We got a 5, so now we have a 19. All right, and over here we have 9s. That's 18, and we're just going to stay on 9s. 9s are kind of tricky.
Now, why wouldn't you split that?
See, okay. There are a lot of people out there that would split 9s against an 8. Reason being is the cards coming should be 10s. You always think the card coming is going to be a 10.
But you know you've got to win, or at least a push.
It's hard to improve an 18.
You've got to push at the very minimum.
Right.
So it depends how much you want to risk, I guess.
Yeah. So I wouldn't. I'm just going to stay on that. And over here we have an ace is in blackjack. An ace is a 1 or an 11, 4 or 14. Looking at backwards, it looked like a 2, 4 or 14. So it's a free card. So you always take one. Okay. Now we have 14. But guess what? Can 14 beat an 18? No, it can't. So we have to take another one.
19.
Whoa, we have 19. That was a 5, in case you didn't see that. That card that just, waha, we're not making that up. Okay, and dealer turns it over. And, that's not good. It's a 3, guys. So now a dealer has 11. Oh,
21.
That happens so often.
I like dealing. This is all right.
You're taking everybody's money. That's not nice.
This is the best. So I want to thank you for contributing to the Chris and Ginger Vegas Casino, and you as well. What is that one? 12, 21. So that's a push.
That's a push.
All right. Nice job.
Good job at counting, babe.
All right. And then we got 19. So you get to hit the bricks. All right. And probably should have split those, but that's a whole other discussion.
I would have drawn a
And this
1,
one
10
is,
and 1, 5.
what is this?
19.
19.
All right, once the dealer picks up your cards, you can reset your bet. So go ahead and lay that bet back out there, place your bets. My favorite thing, more than getting a blackjack, is being able to double or split, because that is really going to increase your winnings. So let's hope we get some more doubles and splits going here.
All right, bets are up.
Okay. Woo! There's an ace. Those could be blackjacks. I'm not saying I don't like blackjacks. There's another ace there. So let's look at these.
Blackjack.
Let's look at these. Okay, so dealer has a 5. That's a good thing. Let's start with this soft. It's a soft 18, because it can be an 8 or an 18. Remember, an ace is a 1 or an 11. 8 or 18. This is one time that I would say, because you could get a free card because it's just an 8. But 18 against a 5, if anything, I might double it if I felt like I was in if I'm in that mood and I've been winning a lot and I want to go there. But for the most part, wave it off. Stay on your 18. Okay, this hand is a 12. We have a 12 against a 5. There are a lot of people I see hit on that, and that is no. Do not hit on that. No. Okay, this is another 12. A 5 and a 7. That is a 12. You're looking at that, and you just simply wave it off because the dealer has a bus card. 3, 4, 5, 6, and also a deuce. Some people want to tell you a deuce is not a bus card, but deuce is a bus card. All right, so I'm going to wave off this 12. Over here we have a beautiful 19, and the 19, we will stay on our 19. Stay. And over here we have this beautiful blackjack. It's a red jack, but it's a blackjack. It's a red blackjack. So we are going to get paid for our blackjack. And now let's see what happens. Dealer turns over a 4. Dealer has 9. Dealer has 20. Wow, that's really bad. Okay.
Sorry, guys. I got him. Wah.
Wah. All right, here we are going to make some big bets. So let's pull these bets back, and we're going to all bet 200.
Let's go.
200. Let's make it big, guys. Go big or go home. All right, this is one thing that I wanted to talk to y'all about. When you go into the casino, have a plan and then stick to it. So when you go in the casino, have a plan and stick to it. So you're going in to just have fun, just play with your friends, you're talking, having a great time, maybe playing a good couple hours, and you're gonna get that enjoyment out of it. Or maybe your plan is going with $600 or $1,000 and see how much you can make. Maybe you do it in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20, and then you leave. But as soon as you double your money, you're out of there. Whatever your plan is, stick to it. And my plan is normally double and then go home, or be done and then move on to something else. Or once you double, that's fine, then just keep playing, but keep that doubled amount over here. So once if you do get back down to it, that's the time to color up. You never take your chips, let me just touch on this real quick. You never take your chips and walk away from the casino, because the dealers in their rack, they have certain chips that they need to hold on to, because they need the reds and the whites. They need the lower denom chips. So you just push them forward. When it's time to color up, the dealer will count them out, give you chips in return, and then you take just smaller amount of chips, the big ones, let them have the little chips. Okay, so that's called coloring up. And you don't do it in the middle of a hand, you do it when the hand is over, then you just push your chips forward and say, I'd like to color up. All right, that's how that's done. All right, here we go, let's play our last hands. Let's see what we have here.
Good luck, everyone.
Thank you. Dealer's showing a 10. Okay, we've got 16 here. We have 15, 14, 17, and 20. Okay, what would you do on these hands is the question. So on 16, we've got a king and a 6, and the book says take a card. Why? Because 16 cannot beat 20. We have to assume he has a 10 every time on his undercard, and that would give him 20. So 16 doesn't beat 20. It's a no-brainer. It's not like you gotta go with your gut. You just go, give me a card.
Isn't there also a decision to make to decide whether you want to bust or let the dealer bust when it's a 16? Because sometimes I've been told that before.
Yeah, and I probably said it, because this is the thing is, if you're going to not hit on a 16, that's fine. But whatever your plan is, be consistent with it. So if I'm going to hit on a 16, I'm going to hit on it every time. But then if you start counting cards, the card count was going to change whether you're going to hit on your 16, whether you're going to hit on a 15 or even a 14 sometimes. So that's what card counting is all about. That's advanced blackjack. We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about just the basics to help you have a better return and fewer losses at the blackjack table.
You want to hit then? So.
I'm going to say yes, I need to hit. And guess what? Now I turned 16 into 18. Yay.
Boom.
Boom, baby, boom. 15. Hit me, baby.
By the way, an 18 still can't beat this 20. But just
no,
saying.
but it's closer. It's closer.
I get it.
It's getting
so
too
hit
risky.
You here?
Hit me there. 15.
20.
And I got a 5. That's a 20.
Boom.
Stay. Now on this one, it's 14. Give us a little card. 6, 7, 8. That's 21.
Boom.
Boom.
Look at that. You guys are doing great.
This is 6, 7, 8. That's really good. Okay, this hand here, this is starting, it's still in the camera shot. This is a 17. We're going to stay. That's the hand signal. Stay. You're learning sign language. Yes, you are. And then over here, we have a pair of 10s, and that person is also going to stay. Let me just say this before the dealer card just turns his card over. This is called first base in blackjack, and this is called third base in blackjack. And I do prefer to sit at the ends, and it's really not superstition or anything else. It's that I just don't like to be I don't like to be squished in the middle of a lot of people. So that's why I like to play at the ends.
20.
All right.
18. Thanks for $200. It's been great working with you. Okay. What do we got? 20, right? No, 21. Wait, 15 and 5, 20. That's push. I don't know why I'm taking your money. 21. I owe you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, dealer.
And that's not a blackjack, so I don't have to pay 3 to 2.
Correct.
I just even money bet because it's just a 21.
Mm-hmm.
17. Thank you for contribution.
20 beats 17. 20 and 20. That's a push.
Alrighty then. I'd say the house is doing pretty well. It must be my superior dealing skills.
Yeah, it is your superior dealing skills. Okay, here we go. Let's deal.
Boom.
10, an ace, an 8, and 10,
Wow, that's a big
and
card.
a deuce. Dealer's showing a king.
20,
Oh, darn.
4, 18, 20, and 12.
Okay.
And mystery card, let me check.
Guys,
All right.
this 20 over here, this 20 will stay.
Not staying on a 10.
Boom. This one here is a 4 or 14, because it's an ace and a 3. 4 or 14. It can be either one. So we take another card. Now we have a 6 or 16, and we'll take another card. Now we have a 16. Now 16 is the tough one. You can say, I want to let the dealer bust.
Took a card before, so you're going to be consistent.
Yeah, so I'm going to be consistent. The other thing that I'm going to tell you is if the dealer has a 10, I will take a card. If the dealer has a 7, 8, or 9, I might not. That's the ginger rule. Okay, here we go. Take a little card, little. That's a big one. I busted, so he takes up my cards and my money. And this is an 18. We're going to stay on this 18. This is a 10 and a queen. It's 20, a beautiful 20 stay. Over here on this last hand, we have a 12 and a 12 right there. Thank you. The 12, we are going to take a card. This person takes a card. It's now a 16. I got a 4, and I have to take another one. All right, I busted. The 9 hit, and I busted. You can play correctly and bust. The same thing. You can play correctly in poker and lose. You got to play correctly and not crazy. Don't split things you shouldn't split. Don't hit on things you shouldn't hit on. Okay, primarily.
Just
yes.
a quick question on that. So if you just lost like that, a man sometimes will react in a different way than a woman. Is that fair to say? And I know that I would want to just like, excuse me, get all frustrated and want to double my next bet to try to make up for the loss that I just had. And maybe that's not the smartest play, right?
Yeah, and that's what a lot of betting is about. When you're going to increase your bets, when you lose a hand, you double the next bet.
So that's a good thing to do?
And that could be, yeah, a lot of men do that. A lot of people do that. But I would love to talk to y'all about the card playing of men versus the card playing of women, because I've seen a lot of it, and it's just almost comical. It's entertaining, and that's something to talk about.
All right.
Okay, babe, what do you have under there?
18.
It shows an 8.
All right, winner.
20 beats an 18. You get paid.
Push.
18 against an 18 is a push. 20 against an 18. All right.
All right.
Okay, here we go. 6, 3, 5, king, 7, queen. That's an 11, that's a 5, that's a 9, 17.
7.
Sorry, that's a 7.
14.
14, and that's an 8 or 18. All right, deal has to check. All right, this 11 over here, even though there's a 10 up, they're going to double. We love our doubles. Double, book says double on any 11. There we go. All right, this is a 9 against a 10. I'm going to hit it, and that's a 19. I'm going to stay. This is a 7. We're going to take a card. We have a 7. That's 14. Here we go. Woo, good hit.
19.
That's a 19. I'm going to stay on 19. Let's hit this 14. That's a good hit. That's a 6. We now have 20. We stay over there. We have a soft 18 because we have an 8 or 18 that makes it soft. And we're just going to stay on that. Some people would hit on it, but the book says it's hard to improve an 18. So that person's going to stay. What do you have there, dealer? That's rotten. Dealer shows a 9 for a 19. All right, that's a 19 there. So that gets to push. 19 here, that pushes.
What was this one?
What is that?
19.
19 all over the place. 20.
All right. Winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, chicken dinner.
And 18, loss.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
I'm just checking this bet here. Oh, 100 under there. Okay, sweet. Good luck, players.
There's a 4, an ace, a jack, a 7, another ace. All right, dealer's showing a 10. Okay, and 14. So 5 or 15. It's a 19. 2 sevens, it's a pair of sevens. And
Six or
a 6
16.
or 16. All right, dealer has another card under. Checks. Okay, we've got a 14 against what we think is a 20. Okay, we lost that one. 24 is a loser. Okay, now a 4, this is a 5 or a 15. I'm going to take a card. Give me a 6 or a 7. Now it is a 15. We have to take another one. Okay, it's a bust. There's a 19 here, and we're going to stay on the 19. All right, now this is a double. The book would say to hit it, but we're not going to. We're going to split it because when we have a pair, you can split any pair. Now, is it the right thing to do to split sevens against a 10? Different people will say different things. Basically, the book would probably say hit it, but I'm going to split because that's how you make money, and we're going to try and see what we get. Oh, look at that! Now, this is the most fun part. This is when Ginger gets excited about this, is we have a 7 and a 4 here, okay? So this 1 7 got hit with a 4. Guess what? I'm now going to take that split, and I'm going to take another chip, and I'm going to put it next to it, right there. I think you can see that. Yes, you can. So now we get one card down. That's a double. All right. Now I'm going to take, I go to this one. I take, oh, that's a 9. We're not going to double it, but we'll just take another card. That is an ace. So this 7, splitting this 7 got a deuce. That's a 9. Plus 11, that's 20. Woohoo! Over here we have a 16. It is a 6 or a 16. So we're going to hit that. Let's take a card. And now we have an 8 or an 18. It's kind of hard to improve that, so we're going to say no. All right, dealer, what you got? No! Dealer has a 20. Dealer shows a 10.
19 loses.
That makes me want to cry.
But there's 21.
Guess what? This split over here that I double on won. So on this split right here, this one won and this one pushed. So splitting the sevens worked out great in this situation here.
18 against the 20. I love those black chips. I collect those. They're really cool.
All right, thank you very much, dealer. Thank you, everybody watching. Appreciate you tuning in to Chris and Ginger Vegas. Ginger Vegas is Blackjack Basics. Blackjack Basics with Ginger Vegas. So thank you, and hopefully this helped you. The most important thing is that this helps your game and helps you enjoy your time in Vegas at the blackjack tables. Join our live streams. We try to live stream once a week. We haven't set a specific day. Try for Sunday nights, but we've been kind of hitting it up. However, I think that Chris Vegas is taking my $600, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and catch our shorts, and we'll see you next time on Ginger's Blackjack Basics. Thank you.